Alright guys, so I promised you guys I'll show you the planting pattern that we got going on here in the ginger plot. So that's our ginger plot there. It's probably, it's over 1/4 of an acre, but just under 1/2 an acre. Now I want to run through some of the dynamics that we got going on here and what we're doing today. So here's the crop. Now all of these beds have these living pathways in between. So we got buckwheat, we got chicory, we have clovers and lucerne. That's all through the center, and then in the middle of each bed we have Native American white corn, so flower corn. We can see coming up really well here. So that's our corn coming up through that, and that's going to be our overstory shade. And then on the western side we have sun hemp coming up. That's a mix of sun hemp and sunflower. So they're just planted in the same pocket. So we got those every 30 centimeters down that western edge of the bed. So that's going to give us microclimate, a little bit of dappled canopy, sunflowers, which is also a valued crop. And then our white maize is going to give us the overhead protection. And then it's going to give us also storage crop for the year. So giving ourselves food security. So that's the middle plot from that white lid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. With the sun hemp, sunflower and the corn. And then we push that way, no sun hemp, no sunflower, but just corn. And then this way there's no corn and no sun hemp and no sunflower. With this current heat, so this is just 3 different styles to show different growers what you can do, but with this current heat I'm not playing around. So I'm coming back through and I'm planting this green flower corn, high density through the middle of these beds. This is the way usually conventional ag does it, except they don't have living pathways, of course, and this is just bare soil here, and then they'll spray that with Roundup every 2 weeks. Or if you're organic, you're going through and you're chipping out those weeds or using organic herbicide. But you know, whatever you're doing, it's you know, work. It's extra work and it's extra money, it's extra time. It doesn't need to be done if you can plant the system properly. And this is our fermented mulch. This isn't just sawdust. This is you know, a beautiful mix of horse manure, sawdust, lucerne, fermented with all the biology and the BD press. So it's going to be really interesting to watch this system grow and develop. And then in the side here, so we got the living pathway mix down the bottom, but we got two rows, 2 bands, and we have sunflower and sun hemp and pigeon pea. We'll go somewhere where I can see the windbreak species coming up. So here we can see there's sun hemp, and that's the indentation from drilling with the earthway seeder. There's some more sun hemp coming up. So there's sun hemp, sunflower, and here's a pigeon pea. So they are the twin row windbreak that completely windbreaks the whole thing, and then helps with transpiration, getting that cool temperatures up. So we can see that we go right through here, come through the system. And that's our band that stops wild intrusion as well, so we don't have to worry about edge systems going on here. This is 2 beds left open for vegetable cultivation, and then we got here, this is a trial plot. We got ginger down the center, living pathway, and then we have our white flower corn in here, very high density, every 30 centimeters or so down each side. So we're just playing around with different amounts of shade we got going on. So we threw this seed out on the last pass with the sawdust spreader, and it did drop it in pretty beautifully where we did get a good run, but where it was a little bit offset, it was riding up on the bed where we didn't get that bang on. It did, you know, we can see that result here. So then we got a little bit of weeds sprouting on the edge, which we're not worried about because weeds need that high intensity sunlight. So we're actually focused on changing the light conditions, which is what the ginger wants as a rainforest plant. And then we get reduced weeds, because weeds want that aggressive sun, they want that full sun. So if we can reduce that sunlight level and then focus that ecosystem into the ginger, then the ginger is going to be one that grows exactly how we want it. And then other weeds that come in, they don't really matter because they're in a weakened state. The ginger has the upper hand. So that's the system, guys. Just wanted to show you guys what we're up to. We're in the beautiful Mulu Valley. Hard to beat this deep volcanic soil and all that fermentation. This is the old compost pad. So yeah.